I can always tell when I haven't been on my iPad because it gets me weird things. Things that I answered a week ago. Ooh, I've never seen that star thing on there before. Huh. Cool. Hi, Natalie. Just gonna slip this thing right here. I may end up cutting that. I think I will. But maybe we'll base coat first. Maybe we'll base coat first. So I'm doing an angel. She's going to be a door hanger, and she is going to be patriotic. So there is that. So we're gonna give her a shot and see what happens. She is a file that you buy, and she's like 12 inches. Well, I made her big. I wanted her big. So she's probably close to 18 inches. She's one awesome chick is what she is. She's that big. But she's even going to be bigger because she's got her hair behind her. Let's try and squeeze that in there. That looks like a jellyfish, but it's the back of her hair. Totally looks like a jellyfish. This board is really big. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. Thanks for popping on with me. I was kind of wondering if I was going to be able to go on. Kind of had a little bit of a issue with my blood sugar. Kind of went wacko. But it's fine now, so. It's the weirdest thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to base coat it, and then we're going to chalk on it. So I'm going to do her face and her hands in flesh. And it's warm beige. It is a Delta acrylic. And it may take 2 coats. There's a booger on there, of course. And then my nose itches when I say booger. It's still there. Get off of there. There. And where are they? The hands. She's got 2 hands. So how was the weekend? If you pop on, say hi. And if you sprinkle me, I will go check to make sure you're public. And if you're public, hi Kefany, hi Diane, then I will put your name in a drawing for a transfer. And I've got a pile of transfers, and I need to go through that because I need to send one out from last month, so I will. Because I don't want them, you guys. I don't want them. I don't need them. I'd love to share them with you. So you may just get Happy Mail whether you share it or not. Or maybe everybody that shares will get something. Okay, and I'm going to want to do the wings in light buttermilk. I don't think I want them white. And I'm going to do her little socks down here in white. And then her dress is going to be in blue. So kind of have a plan. And then we'll ink around the edges. And, you know, this would be really cute distressed too. It would be very cute distressed. Looks like I got enough paint for 5 wings. Good God, I do. Lordy B. Should stop squirting it on there and squirt it in the dish. Then I can recoup. I'm not above putting it back in my jar. Not kidding. I totally will put it back in my jar. Hey, Holly. Yeah, so she's available. She came as a 12-inch file, and I enlarged her. I wanted her bigger. If she's going to hang on a door, I want you to be able to see it. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do blueberry. That's kind of a purpley blue, I feel like. Yeah, I don't think I want that one. So I think I'm going to use this true blue. That's not blue enough for me. That's kind of a funky blue. This is definitely blue. Definitely. Did you guys have a good Mother's Day? I had an amazing Mother's Day weekend. I have 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl. We went to our daughter's house yesterday for lunch, and that was very nice. She had got me, the day before that, we went to a 4-H competition, 22 gun. My granddaughter, was target shooting, and she got reserve champion. She hit her targets like really good, and she didn't even hardly practice. I said, you know what, with practice it was 1 point away from grand champion. 1 point. But she was excited. So hers and his will go to state fair. Their targets will. So that was pretty cool. So then on the way home, we went and stopped and ate at a Mexican restaurant, and they bought my lunch, which they didn't need to do, but they did. And then we stopped by a hardware store that sells plants, and I wanted to buy a nice basket to hang in a hanger that I have in the front of the house, and she bought me that plant. So that was very nice, which she didn't need to do that either, but she did. And then we went to her house yesterday for lunch. So the hair is going to be this gold color, and then I'll highlight it with a little bit of a lighter yellow called Sweet Honey. And these are my ceramic paints, that is. I use Delta Americana paints, and then I use, actually I use all kinds of acrylics, not gonna lie. I use, this is Duncan from my ceramic days, and then I also use Kimple. These are Kimple, or this one is. This one's Duncan. It's just in the older style. If you're a ceramic person, you'll know that that's the way that the ceramics used to come. So this is all part of her hair too. There's hair and a bow. They should have kind of, I probably could do that. Score where the bow is. So I'm going to dry that because I think the wings are going to have a second coat. So we went over there, and my son-in-law's grandma, she showed up. Sweetest thing ever. But you know, it's so sad when they get to the age. She had no idea whose house she was at. She kept asking, who owns this house? And she's been there many times. So it just shows you how age gets you. Makes you so sad. So if you want this kit probably runs around $19.75. It takes two good pieces of wood to cut it out, because she is about one whole piece. So that usually runs about $19.75, which was a very good year. The year I graduated. $19.75. So I started an Etsy page today, DIY with Crafty Sarah, and then there's a Crafty Sarah's Wood Shop. And I think if you go to DIY Crafty Sarah, there's a link there, or right underneath my name is where you can click to go to the wood shop. Which I don't know why you'd want to be on my other one anyway, because that's like my personal page. But you guys, this Etsy thing is going to kill me. My God. I'm a dummy. I'm such a dummy when it comes to those kind of things anyway. And as soon as I put an order or put in an item, I got a message from, I know it was spam, a message telling me that I got my first order. And I'm like, I mean, I literally clicked list and boom. So it definitely is a bot that picks up a person's first order, and it came on the second one, but it didn't come after that. And I deleted them. It came as a one name person, no last name, and then they never gave a complete address. And of course, they didn't pay. So yeah, it was a scam. I'm like, my God. You know, I see that crap everywhere. Scams, you know, all over Facebook and stuff. But I never really thought about it being on Etsy. So I was kind of surprised. I was kind of taken back. Hey, Chris. I cut your thing out for you. So if you come tomorrow, which I'm figuring that you're not, but if you did, I have it ready for you. All right, let's see. I grabbed some, what did I do with them? Here they are. Some little spongy brushes, so I'm just going to use those. Give this a second coat. And I can show that too. That's the Patriotic thing that I just listed on my Etsy page. And I also put it on my DIY Crafty Sarah's Wood Shop. Let me grab it while I'm waiting for this to dry, and I will show you what it looks like. I didn't glue on my firecracker. It's this. So it has the 4th of July, red, white, and blue, celebrate, or Liberty, America, Brave, USA, Stars and Stripes, Sparklers, Freedom, the Liberty Bell, the 4th of July, and then it has this little firecracker up here. But the sample shows it just painted red. I'm going to put some stripes on it. So I figured I would do that before it got glued on. So this measures about 16. I think I measured it 16.5 inches, and it's 9 inches wide. So it can be, you know, it can set on an easel, or you could put a hanger on the back of it and hang it up, however you want. But I thought that was cute. I painted that this afternoon. That was quick. That was a quick paint. Quick paint. All right. I think my blue is going to be good. My yellow is good. So I'm going to do some white. And then we got to do a red bow. And her stockings are white. And then we will put red stripes on it. So I knew I wanted to do this, but I had to order the transfer. And the transfer came in on Friday, so. And this little collar gets white. I bet I have that upside down. I do. I don't think it matters though. Sometimes it does matter though. Sometimes things don't fit just quite right if they aren't just exactly right. So the heart gets red, and the bow's red, and the star is blue. So tomorrow night, I have a ball game to go to, so I will not be here tomorrow night. Stella starts her ball season. Grandma's got to be there. Grandma wants to be there. How is it up there, Diane? Are you still getting snow? Yeah. So I'm using a barn red. I want it to be kind of a, ooh, lordy. There we go. It's kind of a tomatoey red. Not like, I grabbed Liberty red, and then I thought, you know, I don't think I want Liberty red. I think I want a Barney red. It kind of reminds me of, in our chalks, of Saucy. I think I'm going to set this down here and set this someplace without losing it. So it's just kind of a vintage red. And then she gets, her bow gets that color too. Kind of feel like I want that to be. I hear the dog barking. Screen's open. I might have to put her hair back up a little taller. I think I went down maybe a skosh too far. Just maybe. So easy paint, you guys. Easy paint. Easy peasy. What the heck happened right there? It's like I pulled, you know what, I think I picked it up from the board. Tomorrow morning I get to go to the dentist. Aren't you guys all jealous of that? Said nobody ever. It's just a teeth cleaning, but you know, it's just another place I have to be. I get tired of always having to be places. And I know I'm going to have to get a crown, so that's going to be in the works. You'll be home next weekend? What's next weekend? Is there a reason, or are you just coming to check the dibs? I'd like to go to Estes Park. I'll just give this stuff a dry. It's going to want to be really dry before we chalk on it. Sometimes I think this thing gets too hot. Yep, your yard is getting tall. I didn't walk today, but I walked the other day and I thought, ooh, it's getting up there. I'm going to grab a smaller brush real quick. And because I got just a little bit here in between her legs, the blue, and I don't want that on there. When I have the brushes here, I have to come here to get them for there, and when they're over there, I have to go there to get them for here. It's like back and forth, back and forth. I don't know about this one. I don't think it's the right color for me. Almost has a peach undertone. I feel like we used to use this color for our blonde hair, but in the ceramic world, we'll see here. Oh, maybe. Just some little highlights. You don't have to get nutty about it. That'll be all right. We found out that our lawn guy is not going to mow next year. That's kind of a bummer. He's been doing our lawn for like 20 years. But he said he's over it. I don't blame him. And he just got married, so. Not that that matters, but I'm going to peel this off. All right. So I'm wondering about that. I feel like the bow, like her hair needs to go up there instead of the bow. The bow's down too low. The bow's too low. And there is no, there's no scoring or anything that they didn't do that on the file. So hopefully that's it. Might have to do it again because the red's not wanting to cover so good. And then the blue is on the star. Let's see, I'm going to put that over here. And I'm using True Blue. And it's an Americana. Deco Art Americana. I always used to use Ceramcoat, but Hobby Lobby quit carrying it. And I had to buy a bottle of paint the other day online, Ceramcoat, and I paid like $8 for a 99-cent bottle of paint. Oh my Lord. Yeah, I was kind of pissed about that, but I thought, well, whoever's selling that is gouging the crap out of people because they can. And I was one because I wanted it. But I feel like, is it Lowe's that you can take, I think you can take paint to Lowe's. I think I just got paint on my face. To Lowe's, and they will match it. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take it to them when I go to Omaha to watch my grandsons at the end of the month. I'm going to take it with me, and I'm going to see if Lowe's can match it, and then I'll be set. Then I probably won't use that color anymore. Wouldn't that just be my luck? All right, I think we got everything covered. We're going to assemble. Looking for my dryer. It's right here in front of me. So you're moving stuff from Estes back to Blue Hill. So you are going to end up here, aren't you? I wondered if that would really happen. Your toes just touch. And there's a little bit of paint in between your toes. I should say her feet. First we're going to chalk, and then we're going to assemble. I want to cover that yellow up a little bit better on her hair. One more time, I think, is what it'll take. Oh, you are going to put it up? Did your son find a place? I thought that was going to be like years down the line. I didn't realize it was like going to happen quickly. Good for you. You'll make a killing there on that house. We had some friends from here that wanted to buy a house in Estes. I should tell them. Your house is going for sale. They spend a lot of time up there. Okay. So I want to get my ink pad, and I want to ink around the edges of my girl. And I use Espresso Truffle Memento Luxe. It's just the stamp pad that I got from Amazon. Let's put the lid back on this because you know I'll spill it, and that'd be just a disaster. So I'm just going to take this and just kind of go around the edges. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it on her feet or not. Good deal, Diane. You'll have to come over and paint with us then. Because I bet your house won't take any time to sell. So you can retire in July? That's when my husband can retire, but he's not going to. But he could. He'll be 65 in July. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do with him around here. I don't want him to retire. I mean, I know there's going to come a time, but he doesn't have a hobby. And you know, you can't just retire and sit on your butt. You just can't. So you do that and you're going to die. And you know, my cardiologist even told me that. He said, I'm telling you right now, the people that live in their recliners are the people, oop, that paint wasn't dry. He said, those are the people that are going to die because they live in their recliners. He goes, you need to be active. And he's just thrilled that I'm out walking again. And, you know, of course I'm not. I probably am more, well, I don't know if I am or not. I don't usually sit much anyway, so I just don't. I mean, if I do, it's when I'm painting or something like that. I'm not a sedentary person, so that's just not my jam. That's way boring for me. Way boring. Let's get these wings over here. This girl needs her wings. I suppose there's wet paint yet. You should just wipe that off when you don't get it in your ink pad. There we go. Just gives you some dimension. Move this out of the way, move these out of the way. I don't need any extra help causing me any grief, right? Right? Right. So I think I want to splatter her a little bit, but I don't know. Do I want to splatter? They did splatter. They splattered her all. So the heart and the, I don't think this is though, and neither is the bow. And I don't think that you would even notice whether that was or not. Probably should have looked to see where that goes, because might have to bring the flesh down just a, yeah, gonna have to bring the flesh down just a little bit more. And then there was white paint on that, so now that's not my blue. Good for you, Diane. You deserve it. You've been a nurse for a long time. Nurses deserve it. My little daughter-in-law, she's a nurse, and she's just like picking up shifts all the time, and just had a baby. Well, January she had a baby. January 1. I can't even believe that he was born in January, and here we are already in May. Where does time go? It's nuts. It is nuts. Before we know it, he'll have his first birthday and be walking. Only this grandma is supposed to babysit him in August. Him and his brother, who's 3. This grandma might be dead meat by the time that situation's over. My other kids, I'm babysitting them, and I think even using the word babysit's a little bit. They're 16 and like 16 and probably 14, 13. Oh, I need my glue. That's over here. And, you know, so they're not little kids. So you know, it's more of just somebody in the house to an adult in the house, so they don't kill each other. That's kind of how we used to be with our kids. It's like, Mom, can you just come and watch them so they don't kill each other? I always liked when my mom came. Why is it we're always more comfortable when our mothers come than when our mother-in-laws come? My mother-in-law was the sweetest lady ever. 42 years a nurse. Good God, Nellie. Yeah, you deserve it. I want a t-shirt quilt. Have you ever made a t-shirt quilt, Diane? I have concert t-shirts that I would love to have made into a quilt. And I see on Facebook that you can send them into different places, and they'll do it. So I've considered that. Okay. So, she gets her wings. She's like on It's a Wonderful Life. She gets her wings, and she gets her star, and her hands, I believe, just go. They have them clear up here by her. They have them clear up here. They have the heart clear down here. Huh. Her hands are like up here. So, but I want to do red stripes on her feet, and I want to do stars on her wings and polka dots on her bow. So, and then I want to spackle or splatter that. So I'm going to grab my toothbrush, and we're going to splatter that. So I just get my toothbrush wet and wet paint, or white paint, which I moved away because I'm a weirdo. You don't need much, I have way too much. So, wet toothbrush, dab, wet, dab, and then start the splatter. And I want the star splattered, I want her dress splattered. I do not want the wings splattered, so I'm going to move those. I do not want her hair splattered, but we're going to do this. Just something a little different. Of course, your thumb always just gets covered in paint. And I'm going to put this white paint back in here. I'm going to use my decoupage brush. I don't waste paint. You know, even, it doesn't take, you know, I mean, even a little bit is. So I want to dry that before we start gluing stuff together. Oh, I got it on her face, but I think that'll, I should have covered it, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Can in the glue. You made your son one. That's cool. I need to get the, I know that someone said, my friend had it done and she cut the squares. That's what I'll do, is because I'll cut the squares. I have so many concert t-shirts. I buy them every time I go to a concert. And if you guys know me, you know I've been to a lot of concerts. Okay, I'm going to take this off of here. We don't need this big old board. I'm going to let it fly. This is the transfer that I'm using. And this is an 18 by 18. It's just called Patriotic Transfers. So this is distressed, distressed, not distressed, not distressed. So I'm going to take that out of there and I'm going to cut it into the quarters. That it's the 4 quarters. Because I don't think I would even ever use it as a whole. And I put my transfers into portfolios now, so I don't worry about the backer sheet anymore. I used to hang them all up, but you guys, I got to the point where I was like, I don't have any room. I can't. So I still have some hanging out, but it's mostly ones I haven't used yet that I don't want to get them lost in the portfolio, because you can do that. You know, you put them in there and then you forget you even have them, and So I think I'm not going to use the distress side this time. And I'm going to use candy apple red, I think. Yeah, let me see how it stirs up. Oh yeah, it's fine. Your paste should be like the consistency of sour cream. It should be really whippy. I move that out here because, see, I slopped it and I don't want to slop it on my project. And you really need to, if you add water to it, you really need to make sure you stir it good before you use it. So see, it should be like that. Really, really creamy. This roll of paper towels is so fat that it doesn't want to turn on my thingamajig. All right, so we are going to do red stripes and blue stars. So she's going to get red stripes across her Tootsies. I have never used this transfer, and I'm putting it on a painted, freshly painted surface, so I'm going to fuzz it. Because I don't want to rip up paint. There's a lot of screen on it, though. So she's going to have a little bit of white at the top. Sometimes I just test to see how I'm sticking. Just to see what, you know, what I got going on. Because you can tell pretty quick. Ooh, got a big old hair hanging on it. Which I don't know whose. Guess it's mine. Lordy B. There it went, right into the garbage. Well, Diane, you'll have to pick a day when you can come over and paint with us. When you move back. And just pick up your transfer. And there's her white and red striped Tootsies. Let's see what I do with that. What the heck did I do with that? You guys probably know better than I do. I'm set it over there. You probably watched me. Oh, here it is. Say you probably watched me and you're like, it's right there. It's right there. So I put my squeegees in water and put the lid back on my paste and move on. Yeah, because I have all the paints, so that's kind of a bonus. All right, now I need to move this out of the way. We're going to do her wings. And her wings are stars. And I'm not sure I can get 4 stars at one time. I think I'm not going to do that. Let's see. So we're going to do that, and then we'll do the others. This part over here. Or maybe I should just do one half and then do the other half. That might make more sense, huh? Would that make more sense? I don't even know. Might be easier though. Because then you won't see, you know, what you don't see will be in the back. All right. Look at that, you guys. How cute is that? I love that. What we got on that side. And we'll ink or chalk this side. So Diane, do you think you'll be completely out of it, or do you think you'll fill in once in a while? Or are you done? After 42 years, are you over it? I think I might be over it 42 years. Just saying. All right. Hold my finger down there and pull up this side. Holy moly, that is adorable. I got a bleed right there and a bleed right there, but I can fix that pretty dang easy. I'm done. I don't blame you. You won't be able to believe I remember the first day after I was done at my flower shop, and I worked every Saturday for 20 years, or for almost 20 years, and I remember that day waking up on a Saturday morning after I sold my shop, and I was like dancing in my kitchen because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to go to work today. I actually get a Saturday off. I actually get to stay home today. And it was so funny. And it was so liberating. That's a long time ago. I sold my shop in 2008. And I bought it in 1990, but I worked in the shop. Oops, that had red in it. I don't want that. Yikes. No, 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 no. No. Like, where was the other one? There it is. That'll take 2 coats because it's dark. Did you tell me that your son found a house? Hi, Jennifer. I didn't even see you pop in there. So that's what you're waiting for, is for him to get something? Is that what you mean? Okay. There you go. Isn't that cute, you guys? And so simple. So simple. So the last week of the month I'll be gone because I will be babysitting, or like I said, not babysitting, but watching my grandsons while my son and his wife go to Italy. Won't that be something? Okay. So this goes behind there. I'm not sure. I think it goes even up there. And then this goes over the top. Gives her a 3-dimensional head. So let's glue that down. Isn't she going to be cute, Kethany? And you could do her distressed, and it would be like really distressed, and it would be cute as could be. It just takes this glue a few minutes to set, and then you're set. This glitter art glue. Let's see, I pulled her head down just a skosh. Let's put that down in there. And then she gets her bangs. Well, you know what? That's part of her bow right there too, you guys. I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh my God. So the only part of her bangs, oh my gosh, I got this completely off. That's how it's supposed to go. Good Lord. Because this is the headband. Goodness gracious. See, you find weird things when you start putting things together. Why would I not pay attention to that? So this is part of her headband, which makes total sense. And this goes down here and over here. This is all headband over here. So that's going to take another coat. But now you get it. So she's got her 4 little bangs, and the rest is ribbon. Alrighty then. I need to pay attention. Pay attention to this game. Okay, so then we're going to put some polka dots on our heart with a stylus. And the star just kind of sits. I felt like the star might be too big for this heart, but I can't believe it would be, because when I enlarged it, I enlarged it all. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, and nothing on the star, and then the bow gets some polka dots, and that is that. So we can't do that until we get that. And then she does have cheeks, and she has 2 little black eyes, which are simple. So let's glue this star on. Whoops. And I drug it through the white paint. Talk about a hot mess. I think I'm going to grab a wipe and try to save that. And that's going to go down there, and her wings are in the back. Well, I think she's cute as can be. And they show her hands like coming in right here. Won't that be cute, hanging on a door? Let her clear up there. And of course I got too much glue right there. It'll dry clear. She is going to be cute. Cute, cute, cute. Whoop. Not quite. Hear that stupid dog barking. She barks at every single person that walks by, every golf cart that goes by, every kid that walks by. Isn't that cute, Kathleen? Like I I said, I saw another maker, but they made her in a 12-inch, and I increased her. My boards are 12 by 20, and she's darn near the 20. Because I just felt like she needed to be big. Alright, so let's get that dry and get the dots on her, and then we can put some eyeballs on her, some cheeks, and then wire her and hang her up. And you could use more of a country blue. Oh, I need to glue her heart down, don't I? There we go. I feel like she might need one more coat, and then we'll be good to go. One more coat. So that last week of the month, I'll go pick my grandkids up. I'll go to my son's house and get the skinny on everything I need to know. Spend the night. They're going to get up very early that day, I believe, and leave for Italy. And I will pick the boys up, and then I will head back here, because my class reunion is this Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. So we'll hang around here for a couple days, or they will, and then we'll go back to Omaha for a few days, a week, and then we'll come back here so I can pack to go on vacation. If I don't lose my mind between then and the time I leave, it's going to be a miracle. I'm just saying. So I'm just going to go in between here with this flash and try to tone down some of that glue that's showing in there, because I had the bangs where they shouldn't be. There we go. So the glue just gets shiny. It's okay. It's not life and death, but okay. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to call that's good enough. And we're going to put the eyeballs on it, and we're going to put some cheeks on her, and I think that we're going to call it. I'm going to grab some black paint for eyeballs. You guys, I use chalks for my cheeks. You can use real blush. You can use whatever you want. I use chalk. And I use chalk because that's what we always used in ceramics. You know, some of us are diehards. And the pink I always used is gone, so I usually go between red and pink. And then I just kind of rose her cheeks. Some people use paint, and it's like a solid circle. I don't usually do that, but you know what? Everybody has their own way, so it's fine. It's all fine. It is all good. You do what you do, and it's fine. So I'm just going to take in the lid of this, just grab some black paint, and just put a couple of eyes, and they just kind of have them wonky. Just two little eyes and they're a little crooked, just like that. Looks like I stuck my, maybe that's just a bubble. Just got some more paint on that lid, so we can turn this around and put some white dots on the bow. There's like a fine line between too many and not enough, and that's probably too many, but anyway, that's where we're going. So those we don't want to touch because they will definitely not be dry for a little bit. I'm just going to make a little bow with some twine. And that's going to go in the middle of the star. Might make that just a little bit smaller. And they have a gingham bow on their little girl, but I feel like I might, let me look at my, hold please. I'm going to go over here to my bucket of goods. I feel like I have Patriotic in here. There we go. So I have some fabric that I coffee stained, and I might make that into a bow. But probably not like crazy. Let's see here. Let's see. So I planted some more flowers today. Pulled a bunch of crap out that I didn't want anymore. I'm going to think that's probably good enough. And I hope my little neighbor will help when we go on our vacation, do my watering for me. She usually does, but sometimes I feel guilty asking because I feel like I ask her a lot. All right. That end doesn't want to turn right. Let's see. So that's going to get that little bow right there. My glue would get hot. There we go. And I just need a little button in there. I think I'm going to go with that one. I think that's probably good enough. So it's already after 9, you guys. Man, the time flies, doesn't it? So I will put, oh man, I let the glue drop on her. I will put wire through her wings. See, her wings have, oh, I'm going to glue that down real quick while I got the glue on. So there she is. And so I will put the curly wire from here to here, and that's her. She can hang up. What do you guys think? Isn't she cute? I kind of love her. So I will take a picture once I get the wire on it and get her ready to hang. I finally glued it down, Lori. Yeah, I did. So there you go. I do sell this kit if you want this kit. So just send me a private message, and like I said, it probably runs around $19.75 because it's definitely two pieces of wood by the time it gets done. That darn glue. Looks like I might have to distress her wing there. Got glue on it. Dang it. But I love her. Anyway, alrighty guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Thanks, Chris. And I will see you next time. If you can sprinkle me out there, I'd appreciate it. And remember, I'm on YouTube. All my videos are living over on YouTube, so you can go over there. And I have opened my Etsy store today, so you can go over there and check a few things out. I'll be adding things, though, you guys. And have grace, give me grace, because I am not techie, and I have a lot to learn and a long ways to go. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.